And just like that, we have come to the end of the digital marketing course. But before we wrap things up, I wanted to talk to you about the emerging trends in digital marketing, what I've been seeing, what other digital marketing professionals have been seeing, and how you can stay ahead in this industry. So, first of all, you already understand that everything is almost artificial intelligence-ified right now. And a lot of automations out there. For those who are interested in tech, there's even a particular niche that is all about AI automations. And then what happens beyond search engine optimization? Because we're seeing a whole lot now happening beyond the traditional SEO. And what does community-driven engagement and conversations? What does that look like? What does conversational keywords and conversational writing and sharing and marketing? What does that look like? Okay, these are things that I want to talk to you about in this last module. So again, just letting you know what we're going to be talking about. So now, what exactly is changing? As you know, AI now writes content, your captions, your ad copy. It can even put together your whole campaign brief for you. Okay, it what's changing is for campaigns, you can auto optimize based on performance data and you can give it to AI and it will do that for you. You have chatbots that will handle customer conversations 24/7 without you even being there. Now, this has been a thing, but now it's even better. And then you have personalizations happening in real time automatically. Like AI platforms, they're talking to you as if it's a human being. Sometimes you even get on a phone call and it feels like you're talking to a human being, but it's not. So marketers who leverage AI, they cannot get replaced. What you have is a competitive edge. So I want you to be able to understand how to use these AI platforms without losing your voice, without losing your messaging. Now remember, AI, the point of it is to save you time because we spend a lot of time on strategy, on creativity, on building relationship. So where can AI save you time in those three areas? And then what AI automation looks like in practice is you could use AI to draft your content, to give you different variations of a content. Let's say you want caption specific for LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and you want different variations of that. It can do it for you. It can repurpose your blog post content into different social media content. I already shared that. Even for your email, it could give you A/B testing, personalized sequence, your welcome series. It can build that for you. AI now works. AI, you can use AI to even create a whole ad. Like, and then the chatbot, as I mentioned, for analytics, what AI is doing is it's interpreting your results for you and helping you to detect any anomaly and even giving you recommendations on what you can do to continue to improve. And you have AI platforms right now that helps you to automatically post your content in drip sequence. So it's not just posting it at once, but little by little, right? So you could do all of that. And then the other trend that I wanted to talk about is moving beyond traditional SEO. Remember, I talked to you earlier when we are discussing search engine optimization that people do keyword stuffing. They only focus on backlinks, which backlink is not bad. Remember, I talked about guest posting. It's not a bad thing. And people focusing on just Google and blog posts, and they're just writing blog posts just for Google to crawl it for bot, and they're having a lot of hyperlinks in their content. But right now, where search engine optimization, where it is moving to, is making sure that you prioritize search intent, you prioritize topical authority. What does that mean? What that means is if I am talking about Nigerian food, topical authority, the way I build topical authority is by talking about every single Nigerian food, which means whenever a visitor is looking for egusi, it's on my website. They're looking for jollof rice, it's on my website. They're looking for stew, Nigerian stew, it's on my website. So you're building authority around a particular topic such that whenever we are searching for subtopics, okay, in that area, you have the blog post to answer our question. That is how you build topical authority. And make sure that brands are mentioning you. That is the off-page SEO. Remember, digital PR. Now, don't just focus on Google only. Do YouTube, Pinterest, Reddit, AI search, right? And make sure that you're writing for people and not for bots. And then make sure that your content is also being featured by AI overviews, right? By featured snippets as well. Okay, so let there be an experience, create an experience around your content. And the search landscape is fragmenting. So you want to make sure it's not just concentrated on one particular location, at one particular location, focusing on just one channel. You want to diversify and make sure that you're meeting your audience where they are. Now, the new search landscape, what does that look like? SEO is still the bedrock. I want you to understand that because if you're not optimizing your content, the rest of what I'm about to talk about, it's not going to work. So you still have to follow the fundamental rule of search engine optimization, and then you move to answer engine optimization, making sure that your SEO is strong enough such that your content will not be showing in AI search like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Perplexity, and the other AI platforms, Claude too. So for that to happen, you need to implement search engine optimization strategy. That's the background. And then generative engine optimization like Anthropic, OpenAI, making sure that you're structuring your content so that those AI generative engines they can cite it. Again, the foundation is still search engine optimization and then social SEO. The AEO and GEO that I've just talked about, it's all about websites and search engine platforms like Google, like Bing. But now, even your social SEO, include keywords in your caption, include it in your bio. Let even in your content, in the graphic itself, in the video itself, use keywords that will make it easier to find your content, to find your brand. Okay? And then, now let's talk about community-driven content because now people don't want fluff anymore. I need to feel among. I need to feel like you care for me as a brand owner. That's what people need right now. So do you have a community around your business? People are not just buying products right now, they're joining movements. So how can you make it easier for your customers? And I want you to give you certain facts. 76% of consumers, they trust peer recommendation over ads, which means if you have a community for your audience, maybe a Facebook group where they can all ask each other questions about a particular product that you're selling, you're fostering engagement, you're creating interest, new interest using your older customers. There's 5 times more engagement in branded communities versus social feeds. See, so in addition to you having your social media, make sure that you're also working on building a community. 66% of marketers report community is critical to their strategy. If you don't have a community, create one and make sure that you're providing value in that community. Now, what does it look like to have a community? It could be WhatsApp community, Telegram community, Slack community, group me. You could even have brand ambassador programs. You could have user generated content campaigns, co-creation with your audience just to keep them engaged. The brands that build community, they own the audience and not the other way around. So you want to make sure that you're not just buying ads, right? Brands that buy ads, they rent one. Okay, so make sure that you have a community, and with that community, you can continue to drive engagement to your brand. And then, uh, connection centered marketing. So now we've talked about community, but what about connection? The people that you know, and then you go from there. So, how do you go from broadcasting, from sharing that video, from sharing that graphic to actually connecting with people? So, when you're broadcasting or when you're sharing and publishing on blog posts on social, it's a one-way post. You're looking at your follower count, you're looking at all these vanity metrics, right? But then the bridge there is, can you share polls? Can you have engagement focused content where the graphic is not all about you informing, but it's building engagement? You're asking questions, you're hearing from your people, you're featuring customer stories, you're building community spaces and you want your audience to join those spaces. And then now they start to feel a sense of belonging when you do that because you're creating conversations and then you're also having like user generated content campaigns. And at the end of the day, your community, they feel like they own a part of the company, they feel among. And I've just given you examples of platforms that you can use right now to continue to build those connections in your respective communities for your respective brands. And WhatsApp is not here, but WhatsApp may be one of the easiest ones for Africans. And now moving forward, conversational and experience-based marketing. Marketing is becoming a two-way conversation. It's not a one-way street anymore. Remember, you don't just want to post and off you go. No, it's a two-way conversation. As much as you want your audience to engage with your content, are you also engaging with their content? That's also another thing to keep in mind, right? So what you can do to make sure that your marketing is a two-way conversation, you can have AI chatbots that will respond to your comment as soon as the comment drops. You can do that if you have the money for it. You could have like a direct messaging campaign. That is what we do at Sam Live. Whenever we're running ads, I don't just want to send people to the particular link. No, I want them to come to our DM. We want to chat with them, have conversations with them. And for those of you who joined the program through our ad, I'm sure you can agree to that. And have interactive quizzes on your story and on LinkedIn, even on your website. And if you can have live shopping, TikTok nowadays, you can go on live and you can start selling your products right there and then. So that way you're maintaining that two-way conversation. What you want to do is you want to talk with your audience. You don't want to talk at them. All right, because every touch point is an experience. Now, going to experience-based marketing, what does that look like in practice? For those who have like a gaming uh, product or brand, it could look like you giving them points and badges and challenges. That's your reward engagement. You could even do interactive posts, short form video, bite size, behind the scenes, tutorials, trends. You could personalize it, making sure that you're not just saying, hi, everybody, you're saying, hi, Ruth, hi, Praise, hi, Anna, you're very specific, okay? And you could even do like social commerce where you have your product on Instagram, you have your product on Facebook. So before people leave the app, they can even buy from you. They don't have to go to your website before they buy. And you can co-create with your audience, as I've said. Your customers can collaborate with you by sharing reviews of the products that you've just sold to them or that they just bought. And then how do we piece it all together? Making sure that we're combining the connection-based marketing, conversation-based marketing, community-centered marketing with the AI platform. The way it works is, you have the AI, which helps you with speed, and then there's SEO, which is the foundation, but you want to go beyond SEO and make sure that your content can be cited by AI. And what you can do is you can put that blog post in AI and ask it, can this content be seen, but can it be cited by AI? And if it says no, why? Why can't it be? And then when you know the why, what can you fix to make sure that the content can be cited? Because if you want it to be cited by AI, you want to ask AI why you can currently see it being cited and what you can improve. And then for community-centered marketing, I've already told you how that works and what you need to do. But all of these things work together these days. This is the direction of digital marketing, and that is what we are seeing moving forward. So, what I want you to do right now and moving forward is you can start using AI tools from today. I want you to get used to it. And I already told you the formats that you should follow for prompting. Okay, make sure you follow that. It works all the time. This helps to make sure that you're not getting generic responses and typical AI responses. Okay. Make sure that you're optimizing for answers, you're optimizing for conversions, and not just vanity metrics. And build before you need it. You may not need the community right now, but start nurturing them before you try to sell to them. And create experiences, not just posts. Think about your audience. What is worth sharing? You could even ask them, what would they like to see? And that is how you start to create experience around your content, around your brand, instead of just sharing posts. Okay, so now my main takeaway from this slide and from this presentation and even from this course is the future belongs to the marketers who adapt. And as you're seeing new things, because now we're talking about AI, but 2 years from now, it could be something else. It may not be AI, it may be AI and something else. So make sure that you're learning the trends, you're using the right tools. The way I say it is ChatGPT is now cast, like ChatGPT is a cast. Which means everybody is using ChatGPT now, so it's not as attractive as it used to be. You have Claude now, you have Gemini, but learn the trend, pick your tool, know how to use these tools, experiment, iterate, and continue to grow. Okay. And you, my dear, have come to the end of digital marketing course. Right now, finish your project, finish your last set of assignments, and let's get ready to be the best digital marketer that you can possibly be. I am rooting for you. Congratulations.